Hello everyone. Today we'll be bringing you a review of the Sharpie Fine Point Permanent Marker. Now this is the original pen style permanent marker and has pretty much become the industry standard in this category. The name Sharpie has essentially become synonymous with the word marker. You'll hear a lot of people just ask for a Sharpie instead of asking for a marker if they need one. This is permanent on most surfaces, including glass, metal, and plastic. It's waterproof, smear-proof, fade-resistant ink. The fine point tip here produces thin lines, which are very detailed for a marker. It's available in over 20 colors, including black, blue, green, orange, pink, purple, red, and yellow. It has quick-drying ink, which is AP certified formula to be non-toxic. You can see the AP logo, which means approved product seal, on the barrel of the marker here. And if you're wondering who issues this certification, who approves it, it's the ACMI, which is the Art and Creative Materials Institute. You can remove the ink from some smooth surfaces after a few hours if you get to it quickly. Rubbing alcohol or a penetrating oil such as WD-40 will work for this. So taking a look at it, it's a very basic design and they've had this for a long time. Pretty much just Sharpie Fine Point Permanent Marker on here, the AP logo on the barrel, just a standard gray barrel. This is the regular black Sharpie we're going to be testing here today. Very basic design, just capped here. Clip feels good, pretty sturdy. Has a lot of give to it too, so you can clip it on a lot thicker surfaces, more than just your pocket or your belt, if you needed to. So let's see how it writes. It has a nice smooth feel to it for a marker. As I said, it's no frills, so there's no kind of comfort grip or ergonomic, design to the barrel or anything like that. But it's meant more for, function, as in what you want to be able to write on and the long-lasting abilities of the ink itself. And as you can see, the fine point does produce some pretty detailed lines here. For a marker, it's not sloppy as you might expect, and you're not able to see like the fine details of what you're writing. You can see very well with this, and that's a big plus, because not only do you want the ink to be tough in that it stays where it is and it doesn't rub off or fade or anything like that, but you also do want to be able to write in a little bit better detail. So if you're doing something like labeling a box for storage or shipping or anything like that, you don't want, if you'll see some markers that don't have a very fine tip, it just kind of looks like a jumbled mess because the lines are so thick. With this, it produces thin lines, and they're very detailed and very easy to read. At first glance, you might even mistake this writing for like a bold point gel ink or something similar, because it's such a fine point. And it actually does come in an ultrafine also. This is just the fine. We'll test the ultrafine marker at another time. So let's do a smear test now to see how quickly this ink settles. Do 1 second. And you can see even with 1 second we get essentially no smearing. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. 4. And 5 seconds. So you can see the ink dries extremely quickly. The only place we got any smearing whatsoever was on the 1 second here, and even then it's essentially not even noticeable unless you really look closely at the paper and are actually looking for it. So for all practical purposes it smears basically not at all. Let's see how it did with some writing we did prior. We'll notice much of the same in terms of the consistency of the ink, the detail of the lines produced on the paper, and also the smearing. Again, we only got a small amount of smearing after we touched the ink in 1 second, and that was negligible to none. So, overall, this pen absolutely lives up to its reputation as being essentially the benchmark for all marker pens and the industry standard for permanent marker pens that are very versatile and able to write on essentially any surface. So if you need to write on anything from paper to cardboard, metal, glass, wood, plastic, I would highly recommend this pen. Anything you're labeling, anything you need to move around, this will absolutely work for it. It really, for a low-cost, disposable, permanent marker that can write on any surface, it pretty much does not get any better than this. That's about it. Thanks for watching.